hired her in just because we had a little need for a part-time person. And she became so invaluable to the agency and so talented that she became engineering tech for us in the engineering department. So we watched that growth and her promotions within, and we're very pleased with her efforts on behalf of RCSD, and that just says a lot for her. And the tragedy of her loss, we don't want her to be forgotten. And so again, we have the memorial garden. It does remind me that every day is valuable and every day is important, and we might not be able to bring those days back. They come and they go, and what we do, we do.
We decided that we would revamp this whole area here and also revamp the area around the corner with another 30 roses, including rose plants and roses and some daffodils and perennials and annuals that would come up. And what they did is they dug everything out. They put in a new water drip system. They put in a tarp to make sure the weeds would come back out. And then they put in DG on top of it to plant it. This is only a temporary plaque. The next one will be in bronze, similar to the one over in the stone there. That will be engraved into the stone within about 2 weeks. So on behalf of the staff, the board of directors, and the people of Roseman, we wanted to say thank you, Cathy. Your dream lives on, you live on. And as a tribute to the family, we wanted the family to know how much everybody around here appreciates her. And we especially wanted to have this today on her birthday. Forgetting ages, women never tell their age. Today is her birthday, and we wanted to make sure that we commemorate her.
Since there's so many people here who worked with her, I'll address everybody. Cathy loved working here. She used to like to come to the board meetings, and I used to ask her, why do you go to the board meetings? And she says, well, then I can go in and I find out what's really happening instead of listening to all the rumors. And that's why she liked to go to the board meetings. It's something she didn't have to do, but it's something she wanted to do. She really loved working here.
She was also that silent piece of the district that sat in the boardroom beside me and just listened. We observed what was going on, and she made a difference, and I think in the short time I've been on the board that she helped me make a difference. And I can remember the one time I actually got to meet her, I was back on her computer trying to download my emails. And she's, no, just stay put. I'll find someplace else to work. You're fine. So I did enjoy the short time I get to meet my family. You're blessed to have her as long as you did.
If we would form a coalition of lobbyists that would go to Washington, D.C. for the Antelope Valley to just represent our communities and things that we would like to see, we would not be remiss to do that if we went every quarter to go talk to them, to put Palmdale, Lancaster, Roseman, Mojave Spaceport in front of them on a regular basis. I think we would then begin to see a little bit more response. That's what you have to do. You have to lobby our representatives. They don't just by osmosis or by mental telepathy understand what we want. And the people that press the hardest, get more attention.
Second is the arsenic planning grant. We are nearing completion of the process of the application, pending items which engineering staff and Jack Stewart are working on providing to the state. Well 5, arsenic removal permit, also in the process, awaiting response from the state as to requirements to move forward with completing the permit process. Diamond Street diagonal plans that has been submitted on 3/24, along with the Diamond Street modular relocation, CUP. A lot of positive feedback for diagonal parking on Diamond Street. Site Park project, CUP also has been submitted on 3/31, and just currently awaiting comments from the planning department. Water conservation garden/park, CUP. Engineering staff is currently working with the board secretary to develop a conceptual site plan to submit to the planning department for review.
Well, Lea, Amy Lansgard recommended you very highly for the foundation banquet on April 24th.
Yes.
And tell me a little bit about the menu that the people are going to get that
The
night.
menu that was chosen is a very nice menu. It includes some really nice, simple, nice appetizers. A little piece of the Mediterranean. And we're gonna start off with we're gonna have a nice shrimp scampi.
Sure.
Some nice beef tri-tip, a delicious chicken feta dish, which is a popular dish here in the restaurant. And so we're gonna finish it off with some Italian and Greek delicacies.
Oh.
So we're very happy that we're gonna be doing this event for you.
There are things happening. We can't predict when, how, or what, but we know it will come. So if we can just get you inspired enough to be prepared at home, that's where you want to be. This is going to be a shelter if we need a shelter, but you don't want to be in a shelter. Why? Because you want to be in your home where you're comfortable. Now, you may be without electricity or gas, but that's all right. You can make better of that. But the other is that you're protecting your home against looters, and this is one of the big things that happens when someone is out of the house, even with a one-family fire, and it's corded off and all, people go in and they steal, which is just despicable. But that's what people do. They have scanners, they know where the fires are, and they go to them. So you're protecting your home.
Will probably highly approve and accept the board's resolution to direct me to move forward with the loan from the county office. May 12th, we'll receive a check from them, and within the next week, we'll have the check to the architect, and our bill will be paid, and we're back to qualify. May 16th, that week is when we want to do it. Within 120 days, I am proposed to prepare and present to the board to go into a certificate of participation for $4 million, $1 million to backfill the district's monies, and the other $3 million to pay off the county office.
Fancy term for a loan. When you and I borrow money, it's called a loan. When a government agency borrows money, it's called a certificate of participation. More jargon.
Further depth goes, how do we pay off that loan? We have a capital lease project right now that is coming to a close. The fees that we pay on that will pay on the COP loan until we have enough capital and enough assessed valuation in Rosamond to sell more bonds. We have $16 million left in our bonds. Part of the money was, we were anticipating using those bond monies is to pay the architect fee 2 years ago. We didn't have enough capital and enough assessed value. Rosamond is worth about $1.2 billion. That has to go up for us to take out more COPs to make sure that nobody pays more than $60 per 100,000 assessed value.
So this, in essence, is a short-term loan from Kern County so that Southern Kern Unified can find a longer-term lender.
Correct. The district is going to substitute a long-term loan
Yes.
to repay Kern County
Yes.
for this short-term loan.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why Kern County's loan is called a bridge loan. It's a bridge to another point. The property owners of this community have been extremely generous to this district.
Yes.
And this recession will eventually be overcome.
Yeah.
And the district will be able to continue in its evolution.